Good afternoon, good people. This is Tinyiko Motileni, your leadership specialist for women who are leading in the male dominated industries or who are working in the male dominated industries. I'm coming to you live from South Africa. Okay. So, we are busy with this challenge, guys. 5-day challenge that I came up with of to why do we have to think like males, especially when we're working in the male dominated industries. Why are we given that pressure to think like males? So for me, it didn't work. So that is why I'm throwing out this challenge to you. What do you think about it? Like, do you have to think like a male or like your male mentor when you work in the male dominated industries? Is it something that is standard? It is of you know a high standard that we need to follow as females who are leaders in the male dominated industries, or is it something that a person just thought about it, that we must do it, without any science behind it? So I'm just exploring that, I'm just questioning that. Please talk to me on the comment section. What do you think about it? Because for me, really, you can check from day one, day two, day three, day four. I struggled. I struggled a lot with that scenario of thinking like a male counterpart. I struggled a lot, and it didn't do me any favor. So hence I did this challenge. I started this challenge, this 5-day challenge. Please share it to other female leaders so that they can also comment. What do they think about it? Share it to men. Why do we have to think like them? Maybe we can understand. Why do we have to think like them? And another thing is that please give the video a like, thumbs up, and please subscribe so that YouTube can show many people this video. Okay, so today is day 5 and is the last day. Okay, so today I want to tell you how did I get to stop hearing this word, think like a male counterpart, think like a male counterpart. I had to do something, guys. I had to do something because I was tired of hearing those words. As I said in my last videos, I'm that person who cannot do one thing all the time. So I get to get bored very fast, and I have to do something. I have to level up all the time. That's me. I have to challenge myself and see myself, how do I behave in my next level. I get very frustrated if I stay in one place for a long time. I get so frustrated and redundant and rigid, and I don't want that. So this thing of thinking like your male counterpart, it was hurting me so much that I had to come up with something. I told myself it's me who need to do something so that these people can stop uttering these words to me, because they are not doing me any justice, they are not doing me any good. I become frustrated and I'm not doing the job right, and I keep on following what their instructions, and it was too much for me. So I had to do something about it. Okay. So the first thing that I've realized, that I thought, the thing that I planned, or the mission, or my mission was to make sure that my male counterparts or my male bosses start trusting me. That was the first thing. So I had to put everything under trust. I had to make sure that I move them, to a level of trust whereby they can trust me that I can do the job. They can trust me with their salary that they are giving me. They can trust me with their company. They can trust me with with leading everything. So I had to make sure that I work. I should have been a psychologist. But anyway, I made sure that I work with their mind so that it gets to a level whereby they trust me with their company and everything, you, you know, with the staff, with the decision making. I make sure that I move them to that level. Okay, so the first thing that I did, guys, is to work on myself. I had for my female bosses to trust me. I had to work on myself first. And that is the program that I am coaching. I'm using to coach female who are working in the male dominated industries. It's a 12 months or a 6 month program. It depends how many classes do you need per month. So if you want to be part of that program, it's starting next year in January. You can send me an email, which is on the description, and then I will make sure that I put you on the waiting list for January next year. All right. So I had to work on myself first. So I worked on my confidence. When you want to level up, if you want to go to another level, confidence, it's very important. Confidence can take you anywhere. So I had to work on my confidence. I had to exercise my assertive muscle. I had to exercise direct speaking, so that when I talk to my a male boss, I like look into his eyes and I tell him what I want. So you could have seen me. I was practicing, to talk to them all the time. Guys, it had to come to that. It has to come to that. But you know what? I'm glad that the process had happened, because for the rest of my leadership career, I was not tormented by the word think like a male counterpart. I wasn't at all. So I made sure that I don't doubt my worth. Do not doubt. You know what? For the fact that you were hired to be a leader, you are worth it. So I made sure that I don't have negative self-talk. I know my worth. I understand that I'm being called for this job and I need to be in this industry. Otherwise, I shouldn't have been there. So I made sure that I don't doubt my worth. I made sure that I believe in myself. I made sure that I level up. So in that, I was prepared to lose the job. I was prepared to be myself, and if ever I'm being punished to be myself and lose the job, it was going to be fine with me. I was prepared for that. But I was not gonna be redundant and rigid and follow people's instructions all the time, as if I'm not thinking, as if I don't have brains to think for myself. So it came to that. But you know what? I'm so happy that I had to be that kind of a person, because I enjoyed my career. I don't want to lie. I really much enjoyed my career. Okay. So you need to remember that every level requires the new you. So I had to have my new me, so that I take off this shadow that I was under. So it was very, very important. Okay. So I had to play a different game again. Besides working on myself, I had to also portray this new me into them, into my male bosses, and play a different game. So I started delivering results. That is big, guys. Know your job description in and out, and more. Know where you can capitalize. Know your strengths. Know your weakness, and use your team to, make sure that they complement your weakness. So I had to deliver. I had to work on whatever that I needed, the target, the production. I was so close to the team that every now and then I would look for results. I would look for, you know, um, something that would go wrong in the next hour. So I had to be efficient. I had to be effective, and I started gaining more confidence when the results were coming out. So I started being called that Tinyiko, the person who would bring results, and I was like, yes, that's me, that's me. I always produce results, so I another thing, I started taking productive decisions. Decision making, guys, is a big thing. It's a big thing in management. You need to learn to take productive decisions. You need to learn to take decisions. I have a program on decision making. Whether you want it, you must email me. It's a self-learning. I send you the notes. It's case studies that I prepared, the practical tasks that I have gone through when I was making decisions. And I learned to do decisions using my knowledge, my intellect, my wisdom, my intuition. So I had to get out of that comfort zone to be the new me. So I made so much decisions, and I took risks by making those decisions. I took risks. Luckily, those risks were paying off. So I took risks from making those decisions. The third thing is that I went to my bosses with solutions. Remember, I was trying to make them give me a platform to work, give me a space to work. So when I go to them to ask something, I came up with a solution first. And then when I go to them, they thought I just want confirmation, only to find that I just wanted them not to tell me what to do further, or to give me instructions to implement each and every project. No, no. That is why I came up with my own solution. And when I call them for a meeting, I just wanted confirmation. you know, that's that's how I worked their mind. And if my decisions came negative, if I've made a decision and my decision was negative, and it produces negative results, I would go to them, guys. That took a lot of confidence. Hey, I would go to them and tell them I failed. It was as easy as that. I failed, and I didn't calculate this thing right. I didn't think about it to that far. So I failed. I just told them that. Because one thing for sure, when you report to a boss, it's very easy for you to shift the problem from you to the boss just by telling him the truth. When you tell the truth, when you tell him the truth that you have failed, automatically you are shifting that problem from your hands to his hands. And he needs to come up with the solution because he's the boss. I get, yeah, it's one of the things. So he needs to come up with the solution. But when you lie about whatever that didn't go well, then he's gonna find out somehow, and then the problem will come back to you. But when you tell the truth, then even both of you can deal with it better. He rather get mad if while he had the truth, rather get mad twice, hear the lies and the truth later. So in that way, you are playing a very dangerous game. So just tell the truth from the word go. Just tell him the truth. He can see what he does with the truth. So I would do that. I would go to them and tell them straight to their face, I have failed. We used to use a platform of production meetings every morning. So I would be the first one to talk in the production meeting, so that we talk about me and we get over and done with it. So I would be the first one to say, you know what, this project didn't go well. I failed because of this and this and this and this, and I came up with the solution to remedy this, the failure. But I know that, you know what, my heart is pure. The problem is in his court. So that brought upon, guys, the level of trust in him, because he knew that when, sorry, I think there was internet glitch there. He knew that when things are going right, I will tell him. When things are going wrong, I will tell him. So that brings upon a level of trust, from your male bosses. Okay. And if ever I've missed maybe an important action, that I was supposed to take it to make a decision upon, I would tell them that I've missed it. Like, I don't know. If they ask me of something that I don't know, I really don't know whether it is in my department or not. I don't know. I would say to their face, I don't know. I missed it. I'm sorry. So that kind of things bring upon that level whereby they trust you, that you will tell them everything and you will tell the truth. I've realized that it's more about the truth than anything else. The truth and the trust. It's more about them trusting you that you will do the job, and trusting you that you will report everything to them, good and bad. So I had to level up to that position of making them trust me. So, and it was not easy, guys. It was not easy. To gain that kind of confidence, it is not very much easy. You need to work hard on yourself. But after you've worked hard on yourself, believe me, wherever you go, you will be that confident. And when you are confident enough, it shows. It shows in an interview. It shows that this person knows her story. So wherever you go, you're going to gain that respect, from your male counterparts. Yeah. Why do we have to think like them? But okay, it's fine. Let's go back to the to the video. So wherever you go, the confidence will definitely show. Okay, that this person is confident and she knows her story and she can do the job. So since then, guys, my 22 years of experience, leadership in the male dominated industries was like going well. I enjoyed leading. I enjoyed becoming myself. I enjoyed making decisions. I enjoyed becoming the boss lady. I enjoyed everything about leading in the male dominated industries, guys. It was so good. It was beautiful to change, to see change in people's lives, to see change in the company, because I think I had this, I don't know what to call it. So every 5 years I would move to another company, because at that time I would feel like my job is done. I got into the company, I changed the company, it becomes what the owner wants it to be, and I had to move on because I couldn't stay in the same company for more than 5 years. I mean, when I check my movement from one company to another, but it was in the same industry, after 5 years I would have made that change and move on to another company to fix the second company. Just like that, I would do that. And I was like, wow, it's something that it is what it was, my intelligence, you know. Um and I shouldn't have looked down on it. So it was really, really my intelligence to do change management, to make sure that I fix the company to the level which the owner wants, and then move on to another one. So in that note, guys, I am so glad that this think like your male counterparts thing was uttered to me. Words were uttered to me at the beginning of my career, and I had to change things around. I had to change things around, and things changed around for the better. That I can say that for sure. They changed around for the better. So guys, if you want to be part of my coaching program from January, I am starting in January with this program whereby I fix your leadership mind and I help you to level up, and I make sure that you take action so that you can be a great leader, you know. So I'm starting in January. You can send me an email. I will send you a proposal, and then we can take it from there. We can talk about it. Please share this challenge, you know, share the whole 5 days to other female leaders. And then please like the video, please subscribe. And yeah, I will definitely see you in the next normal video because the challenge ends today. I'm so happy that I did this challenge. I enjoyed this challenge. So let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about thinking like a male in the male dominated industries? Bye bye, guys. I'll see you in the next video.